Welcome friends. In today's video we learn about the decorator pattern. So a decorator pattern come into play whenever we have a set of behaviors which are to be applied to a particular object without affecting other objects of that class. So suppose we are designing a software for a coffee machine. So our coffee machine has many flavors like dark roast, espresso, house blend, and it has add-ons like mocha, soy, whip, steamed milk. So our coffee can contain a particular flavor and as many add-ons as required. For example, we can have a house blend with mocha and steamed milk, and we can repeat the add-on as well. So we can have an espresso with a double mocha and a whip as well. So we have to design a system to meet this requirement. So this is the class diagram for our decorator pattern. We have our beverage abstract class which has a description property and a cost method. Now all the coffee classes will extend this beverage class and they will have their own description of the coffee and their own cost method which will be the cost of the coffee. So we have our coffee classes like dark roast, espresso, house blend, all of them extending the beverage abstract class and having their own description property, which is the description of the coffee, and their own cost, which is the cost of the coffee. And here we have another fourth class, which is an add-on decorator, which is also extending the beverage abstract class. It doesn't have to concretely implement the cost method or the description property because it also will be an abstract class, but all the add-ons that we will have in our system will extend this add-on decorator. So we have our add-ons as mocha, soy, whip, and steamed milk. All of these four are extending the add-on decorator. So since add-on decorator is extending the beverage abstract class, they also need to implement the cost method and have the description property. So all of the four add-ons, mocha, soy, whip, and steamed milk, have the description property and the cost method. And apart from that, all of these four have an additional property, which is the beverage abstract class itself. So we will see in the implementation how this property is used, but basically the add-ons will hold a reference of the beverage on which they are getting decorated. So now let's see the implementations. So first of all, we have our beverage abstract class. It has the description property, a getter for the description, and an abstract double cost method. Now all the concrete coffee classes which extend the beverage class will implement the cost method according to the cost of that particular coffee. So coming to the subclasses, we have espresso, which is a subclass of the beverage. So it updates the description property inherited from the parent class to a more exact value. So it updates it to espresso, and it also overrides the cost method to give an updated cost for the espresso coffee. Similarly, house blend also updates the description to house blend coffee and overrides the cost method according to the cost. Similarly does dark roast, and the fourth candidate, which is the add-on decorator, it doesn't need to update anything because it itself is an abstract class, and the classes extending it will have to update the cost and the description. So our abstract class add-on decorator, apart from the abstract cost method, it also introduces a new get description abstract method. Now all the add-ons, for example mocha, extends the add-on decorator. So it will override the get description method, and apart from the description of the coffee, it will add an add-on to the description that it has mocha as well. So if you add double mocha, it will add the description twice to it that it has two mochas as well. And similarly, with the cost of the coffee, it will add the cost of its add-on to the coffee. So it will get the original cost of the coffee from the private beverage reference which it holds. So it will get the cost and add its additional cost to the original cost, which will be updated in the original beverage reference. Similarly, the whip add-on will also do the same thing. It will add its whip description to the description of the beverage, which it will get by calling the get description of the beverage, and it will add its cost to the beverage, which it will get by calling the get cost of the beverage property. So this is why all the add-ons need a reference of the original beverage so that it can get its value and then update their own properties into it. And because of this, whenever we want to instantiate an add-on, we must supply it an instance of the beverage class. Now this beverage class might already be having two or three add-ons added to it, which is possible because add-on decorator itself extends the beverage. So whenever you create any of the add-ons, for example, you create a mocha and you pass it a beverage object, it could be a original coffee object as well, it can be a dark roast coffee as well, or it could be a whip object which is wrapped around a dark roast coffee. So earlier we had dark roast coffee, we decorated with it with a whip, and now we are passing this beverage into the constructor of mocha so that the mocha will be decorated on top of the whip. So in this way, by extending our coffee classes and our add-on classes, we are able to reusably apply the same add-on again and again on top of the same base class coffee. So the way to use the decorator pattern is, first of all, we create a coffee object. For example, we create a dark roast coffee, and now we want to add a whip on this coffee. So what we'll do is we will create a whip object and pass the existing coffee object into it, and now our coffee will be decorated with the whip add-on. And suppose we want to add another add-on, for example steam milk, to it, then we will pass our whip object, which is an add-on to the constructor of the steam milk, and in this case now our coffee will be decorated with the whip and with the steam milk as well. So thanks a lot for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more such videos.